Hello, everyone. This is Kristie with AG Takes Over. If you are not new, welcome back. You know the drill. If you are new, I'm going to take just a couple, not even minutes, just a few seconds to tell you a little bit about myself since you've stumbled across my channel. I am a 40-something, so middle-aged doll collector. I got into this hobby as an adult. The collection has grown quite quickly. In just a few years, we are up to right around 100 dolls. That's what happens when you have a big girl job and actual money, I guess. My wife and I collect almost exclusively American Girl dolls, and this channel is exclusively American Girl doll related. For me, some of my favorite aspects of this hobby are the photography, styling the dolls, so doing their hair, creating outfits for them. I like to do DIY projects and learn new crafts, so that aspect of it is appealing. Restoration, customization, reading their books, connecting with other people who are into these dolls. So if you are interested in any of that, that's the kind of stuff this channel will give you once a week at least. So I'm going to dive in. Today's topic, obviously you know because you clicked on it, is food. All the miniature things are so fun, and I may do a video sometime focusing exclusively on the American Girl doll brand food that we have. But today I wanted to show some love to the amazing creators that make all the miniature food and sell it outside of that. The small business owners who bring us very specialized foods that American Girl doesn't carry, and bless the world of Etsy with their creations. I can't connect every single food item to a shop, but I can say that we most frequently buy things from Dolly's Dining Room and Small Batches by B, both of whom are on Etsy. We've gotten some things from Crafty Girls of Avon, and my next shop that I want to get some foods from is Your Dolly Superstore. So most of what you'll see today is from those shops, and I cannot say enough good things about them and the quality of their foods. So grab a snack and let's dive in. All right, so first up are these beautiful concha breads, very common in Mexico. I used to live there for a few years, and I couldn't walk two blocks in any direction without running into a panaderia. So bread stores would sell these, or more commonly, just the ones that are white on top, not different colors. Obviously, they didn't put glitter in them, but AG Dolly's Forever, if I'm remembering correctly, Emma had a craft where she had made these conchas, and I mentioned it to my wife, and she happened to find these from Dolly's Dining Room and got them for me because they unlock so much nostalgia. I just love them. My older daughter saw them and was like, oh my gosh, conchas! And then another, speaking of my older daughter, this is a cóctel de frutas, I believe also from Dolly's Dining Room. And probably when my wife was looking at the conchas, she found these. And oh my gosh, I love it. Little strawberry and lemon or lime, cucumber, watermelon, mango, jicama, and it's all looks like it's been dipped in lemon juice or lime juice and then sprinkled with chili powder or tajin. And holy crap, if this does not unlock nostalgia for people who have lived in Mexico or have Mexican family members, I don't know what does. Next, we're going to move on to some Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving foods, and I'm starting with a bit of a fail. This just goes to show, and I don't even remember who made this. I think I do, but I won't say it anyway. Just goes to show that even really expert people sometimes maybe misjudge. I'm not sure what made this happen, but the first year we had this pumpkin pie, it looked lovely. And then obviously you can see it has separated all the way around. It's kind of shrunken. I don't know if that has to do with things being overbaked or underbaked or too much water or not enough water. I really don't know because miniature foods are not something I've gotten into. So if you have a fix and know how I can remedy that, please let me know in the comments. And then there was this that we got probably from the same seller. The greenery around it does not look so realistic. not so much at all. But I still like this, even though I don't eat meat and haven't since I was in 8th grade. But yeah, this is not something that would be on my family's dinner table. So I'm not sure. Does the turkey look realistic? I like that it's all on this plate. So I don't have to arrange anything. But yeah. All right, let's move on to the kind of Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving foods that I would eat. Look at this stuffing. Oh my gosh. It's so detailed, like all the little herbs around it, some berries and nuts on top of it. I think this looks so good. I'm so impressed. And then this, I imagine is, I don't remember what the listing said, but green bean casserole, basically. My green bean casserole would look very different because French fried onions would be all over it. But when you're making this kind of food, if you put the French fried onions all over it, then you wouldn't even see the green beans underneath very much. So yeah, this makes sense. All right. And then this I am so impressed by. So we bought all of these around the same time. So they've all been through at least 1 year of storage. We might have gotten them last year or the year before. I can't remember. But look how the gravy is really shiny and the mashed potatoes are not. Like, it's so realistic. I swear I could set out a table with all these foods and you would think they were like actual foods. And then this we have put out with all of the previous dinner items that I showed you. But it's really for any kind of party, Christmas party, any party year round. If you need punch, this is fantastic. The little fruit on the top, the way that the entire thing is see-through. I don't know if these are meant to be bubbles on the top or ice cubes, but either way, it works. And then I remember the seller had these for sale, and it was nice because you didn't have to choose, like, you're stuck with 4 cups or you're stuck with 2, or you could buy them like 1 or 3, whatever your seating is, or to match however many dolls you want to have a place setting for. You could buy just the quantity that you wanted, which was really convenient. So we just went with 2 because we were trying not to break the bank. All right, I was going to say now on to some Christmas foods, but it's Christmas drinks and foods. So Christmas-related things, starting with the simplest hot chocolate, candy cane, and some little marshmallows. The next up is a little bit more complex. Man, if I can get this to focus, give me just 1 second. There we go. Little whipped cream, tiny snowflakes, and some little blue and white candy canes, lots of glitter. Again, lots of glitter. I guess these would be white chocolate. Is white hot cocoa a thing? Here we go. These look not creamy, so this hot cocoa is made with water or it's some kind of cider or tea, who knows. This is a dessert. And it looks delicious, like some peppermints and chocolate chips. And then it had some stuff down at the bottom, but it looks like you can see the glue a year later. So all of this is not to slam anybody, but it is kind of educational for me because I'm wanting in the new year to get into doing some fake foods, some little miniature foods myself. And I want to try to avoid these pitfalls. But yeah, there is some kind of glue residue that's more obvious now that we're a year into having these. They still look cute. They look really cute from the top. All right, cookies. I love these because they look like cookies that I would make, right? I like that they're a little browned on the edges. I like that the icing's not perfect. Whether that's intentional so that it's relatable or just because it's so gosh darn hard to work with these miniature things, I don't know. I don't care. I think they look completely realistic and I love them. All right. These, for some reason, bundt cake. That's it. They're like miniature bundt cakes. It's like I can picture the mold, but I can't remember what they're called. Little holly leaves, some chips and icing. The one on the left there looks different. I mean, it's obviously from a different mold. Unless they just filled it in with whipped cream. Maybe they did that, filled it in with some kind of cream. Anyway, I don't remember if it was from the same release or not. But obviously the 4 on the right we got all together. Yeah, I like these. They're not giant. Even for the dolls, they're not giant. So you could make them like individual. Somebody's just having a really nice big dessert. And then this is a, I don't know, cake of some sort. It's not huge for the dolls, but it's big enough. It's definitely not a one-person portion or a one-doll portion. Here is another, here is another out of focus thing. Sorry about that. I was trying to get it in focus so you could see this cracking that happened on the white icing on top. And then also this part with this falling off happened in shipping. So I think like right when we took it out, it was already like that. I forget what this is. It's a Christmas dessert. If you know it, you can tell me in the comments, but it did have some issues upon arrival. All right, these next three, I can guarantee you are not from any of the 4 shops that I mentioned. The quality is clearly different. That's all I'm going to say about these. They were super duper affordable. I'm sharing them just because I'm sharing all of our Etsy food, Etsy doll foods. These are actually from the same company. So go figure. I can't remember if this is from the same seller or not. So including this all to show you that it's not all created equally, but also sometimes there are consistency issues even within a shop. So I think this might have come from the same one that those first 3 little gift box looking sweets came from. But these look great. And I think this is not from that same shop. I'm almost sure I know who it's from, but since I don't, I'm not going to say anything. All I know is it's not from the same shop that I was just showing you things from. These look really nice. They're pretty small. They're on the small side for cookies, but cookies come in all different sizes. I like them. Just to show you by comparison, I had shown you the stars and things earlier. They're just a little bit bigger. Really quickly, we do have some other Harry Potter inspired foods Etsy made, but they're actually in a separate tub. So these are pumpkin pasties. And if you're familiar with the books, you've read about these. If you have been to the parks, you might have seen them. I can't remember if they sell pumpkin pasties. I think maybe not. But these look really great. I love the shiny part that looks like there was an egg wash there or some bubbly stuff poking through. But that was the only Harry Potter stuff we have. So moving on to, or that was in this tub, moving on to some sufganya, these jelly-filled donuts. Check this out. I love this detail of like, not all of them, but some of them get overstuffed. And so since this one got overfilled, the jelly's peeking out. Here's some brisket. I have never had this in my life. Never will I. But it looks, I don't mean it looks pretty good because it doesn't to me, but it looks pretty legit. One thing I was noticing is that the outside edge is painted darker. So I think that makes sense. That would be what, skin or something? Don't ask the vegetarian. Here's a dreidel. And my goodness, this is things I should have done off camera. Too late now. I love this. I don't know how common it is to see these kinds of things, like the little accessories hand painted, but I think it's really sweet. I like it. 1914 coin. Oh, is that because of Rebecca? I didn't even notice that until just now. Some latkes, and you could have them with applesauce or sour cream, or plenty of people will tell you the correct answer is with both. I think these look fantastic. Like they really do look like they were fried. The crispness, the yellow tone, they're legit looking. Okay. We're now moving on to a tea service, tea set. And hopefully this doesn't feel like I'm jumping too quickly from one thing to the other. I'm just trying to, not make it take too long. The the tea kettle lid was glued on so it won't fall off. If you can see down in there, there's a lemon that's fallen to the bottom. So some lemon in the tea. I know it's going out of focus every once in a while, but man, that was a challenge for this. This is a 2-tier tray. Comment below if you've done tea like this. We've had teas like this with a Harry Potter group that we are just a local group here of people who get together, and also in at American Girl, we've had little tea service like this, and in Europe. But I always like it. It feels fancy. I didn't get to do that as a kid, so it's nice to do it as an adult. This is some lemon poppy seed, whatever it is. I don't know the term for what this thing is, but I can see those little bits are clearly supposed to be poppy seeds. And now I want lemon poppy seed things. Some souffles or quiche, little mini quiche. I'm guessing that's red pepper and green pepper. I love how it got browned on the bottom. Gosh, people are so creative. There's so much talent in this doll community. Little egg salad sandwiches. Oh my goodness. And they're always on really, really white bread. I don't know. That seems to be a thing for the teas. Some cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches. Oh my gosh, it's all so stinking adorable. Also, now I want to go for tea. I love this. And I don't know what these are. They would be really tall to be macaron. And they've got 2 things inside them. I don't know. They got like clotted cream and raspberry jam, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure my wife knows, but she's not here right this second, so I can't ask her. Also, it was really nice that it came with these little flowers just to make things look extra special. So yeah, I love this. One of my favorite mini food purchases we've made. Moving on to, how do you make the stuff to begin with? You need some vanilla. The bag that this came out of says these are lemon or vanilla beans, but I just assumed it was extract because it says extract. And then some butter. I love the little wrapper. It did kind of want to come up on the edges, but I could put little miniature glue dots if I wanted to keep it down, if I wanted it to stay down better. And then I've shown these in a fairly recent video. These are from Dolly's Dining Room. Oh my gosh. I don't even have words. When I showed these the first time, I didn't even peek down in there and see all this caramel on the caramel apple crepe. And I saw all these little tiny detailed shavings that are supposed to be chocolate. Oh my gosh, the browning. But I missed the Nutella filling. The details. I could never. This is like goals as far as miniature food making. And then it'll get in focus. Just bear with me. Oh, it requires patience. Look how shimmery. This one, the little stripe of shimmer is kind of weird to me because I think it's supposed to mimic a hamburger, but you could just turn it over if you don't like it. I don't know. I'm assuming it's supposed to mimic a hamburger. It certainly looks like it. This one is just like award-winning. Look at that tiny little... You can't because it's not in focus. Trust me. Look at that tiny little flower. It's so cute. Just some simple sprinkles. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Now check out the flower. All right. Now moving on to some more. Dolly's Dining Room did a whole... I'm not going to say what all the things are because I'm putting the tags right there on the screen so you can see. But they did a whole like French pastries release sometime last year. And I'm just giving you a whole 360 here. Look at these raspberries. Oh my goodness. The little lemon zest. Here's an eclair. Some chocolate ganache. I said I wasn't going to read it, but I'm doing it anyway. It's so simple. This one's not particularly detailed, but it's also so realistic. Like, I think the edges, when you look at the bottom of it, kind of down toward the edge where things rise and, it's kind of lumpy and it just, I don't know. Chef's kiss. And then look at this one. This is so lovely. Like, I want an eclair this fancy. There we go. The camera was not my friend, but there. I wanted you to see those leaves, like how detailed they are. And finally, the camera decided to cooperate. The little bits of browning on everything. Lavender cream sticking out of there. Just absolutely gorgeous. Man, I'm hungry. I said grab some snacks, but I did not grab snacks. Okay, opera cake. More of that chocolate ganache. I would say out of everything that came out of this particular release, this one, like the side view, feels the least realistic because those lines are so clean cut. But I don't know, maybe that's because I'm a sloppier baker. Maybe that's how things should look. Maybe I'm the problem. Okay, a millefeuille, raspberry Napoleon. Check these out. Oh my goodness. What would you think the green would be? Pistachio? I don't know what that would be. I just know that this is the talent I want. I know there's going to be a steep learning curve if I decide to try my hand at making some food for my dolls, but I'll just watch this as goals. And then I saved this one for last, beignets. We got these because this beignets are what my wife and I had on our very first date. So we had met previously. We both live in Ohio, and we met in Ohio through work, but we were both at an interpreting conference in New Orleans. And after kind of hanging out and talking for a while, we went to Café du Monde for beignets and coffee, and that was our first date. So yeah, I love seeing those. Here's the spread. Maybe I'll do this again in a year and see what we've added. But we really do like to support small businesses and get some unique foods that we wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorites? What are some of your favorite shops? If you like the ones that I mentioned, then, sing their praises in the comments. But also, if you kind of frequent other Etsy shops, let me know. And feel free to binge watch. I'll throw up a playlist on the left and put a video on the right, and I will see you again for my next video. Thanks.